One of the best bits we've played on the radio in a long time is a bit by Joe Rogan, who stopped by today, and I want to play it for you right now. Here's Joe Rogan's bit.
Mom, Mikey's coming over. We're going to lift, all right? So I don't want you coming down the basement bothering us.
Well, the only reason I came down there the last time was that I heard screaming.
Ma, we're lifting, all right? That's what happens, you know? You get pumped up, you scream.
Yeah, but when I came down there, you had your pants down.
Look, Ma, if I want to take my pants down, I'll take my pants down, all right? Well, men, you know? We get pumped up. We get crazy.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah, I do, okay? Look, that's him now, all right? So leave us alone.
Fine. I'll be upstairs if you need me.
All right, I won't. Hey, Mikey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? What's up?
All right. Hey, you ready to lift?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get pumped. All right, what do you want to do? Want to do some chest, do some benching?
Nah, I got to do legs. Maybe some squats.
Why?
Well, Angie says I got a flat ass. So.
What? F that bitch. She said that?
Yeah.
Man, f her. You got a great ass.
You really think so?
Yeah, man. Don't f***ing listen to her. Turn around. Let me see your ass. Oh, man, that's a great ass.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's round and muscular. Look, let me see. Like, take your pants down so I can really see it.
Okay. So, what do you think?
Mikey, that is a great ass. I wouldn't lie to you. Oh, look at yourself. You're tripping over yourself here. Standing here with your pants down by your ankles like a f***ing moron. Just take them off.
Yeah, I guess that looks kind of stupid, right?
Yeah, you're going to trip and break your f***ing head open. All right, let me see you again. Mikey, I'm telling you, as God is my witness, that is a great ass.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's round and muscular. It's like a rock. You know what? I bet I couldn't even fit my in your ass. That's how muscular it is.
Come on.
I'm serious. Look, let me show you. Look, I can barely get of it in it. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's as a drum. Hold on a second. Oh, don't move. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, man. What the hell?
What?
Man, you just
Yeah, but I'm not gay or nothing.
I know that, but what are other people gonna think?
Well, they're not gonna find out.
Well, what if they do?
Look, you and I are the only ones who know. We're not gonna tell anybody.
Well, what if I accidentally tell someone?
Well, don't.
Well, what if it slips out? I don't want people thinking that I'm a fag.
Look, Mikey, it's not gonna slip out.
Well, what if it does?
All right, look, I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal. If you try really hard and promise not to let it slip out, I'll suck your
There you go. A great bit. A great comedian, Joe Rogan. Good to meet you, Joe. Finally have you on the show.
What's happening, man?
How you doing?
This is an honor.
Yeah. It's an honor to meet you. Now, how did you invent this bit? Why did this come to you? Is this based on anything?
Not nothing personal. I mean, just, guys.
Have you ever had gay sex?
Never had gay sex.
Yeah. You say you go to the gym. I can see you're a muscular guy. You have a muscle. Let me see your ass.
I think he's just not letting it slip out.
Right. You have a very muscular ass, don't you?
No gay experience. My ass is not bad.
What happened? You go to the gym a lot?
Well, yeah. I mean, I go to the gym a lot, but you always see those guys that are, like, complimenting each other. Like, dude, I just love the way your traps are coming in.
Right.
Like, you think, and then they're touching each other. And then,
yeah, like it's
okay. You can just see it happen.
Yeah.
And my buddy Bryan Callen, who I did the sketch with, he played my brother.
Right.
Or my buddy, rather, in the thing.
Yeah.
And,
hey, your brother. That's interesting.
Whoa. Actually, he played my brother on News Radio.
Okay, go ahead, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But, a little slip there.
Yeah.
But he and I are always doing that. We're always playing around like that. Like, dude, I just love the way your back looks.
Yeah, very muscular.
We do it all the time.
Muscular.
Yeah,
Going to the gym is gay.
Yeah.
Guys looking at each other.
Well, it's gay when they start shaving. That's when it gets ugly.
And they all do.
The legs. They shave the legs.
Any guy in really good shape shaves his legs. And they always tell you they're doing it for some biking thing, or
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Swimming, yeah, like the
Swimming.
swim. I got to get speed.
Yeah, how does hair slow you down?
Hair is holding them back.
Those Olympic guys do that. They
Now,
shave everything.
And this particular thing that we play on the radio, how many takes did that anal rape scene take?
That was the last one. The ones before it, I was a little calmer.
Right.
And then the last one, I just go!
Yeah, and I like when the guy goes, D.
Yeah, that was...
Is that you or
That's Brian. That's just some weird...
Inspired.
D. Yeah, he was bending over, holding a stool while I was doing it.
You guys actually acted it out?
Not quite. We were across the room.
No, you turned this into a movie or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Can you see this animated or something?
Yeah, can this be animated? Can we animate it?
I think it's a one-trick pony. If you want to, go ahead.
Thank you for that, because I think we're going to put that on our show.
Yeah.
It's a great bit, it really is. Now, you actually have had almost a homosexual experience. I read some research on you.
Never had anything.
When you were 12 years old.
Well, it's not actually a homosexual experience, but I had a dude who tried to,
When you were 12 years old, you were on, what, a camping trip?
No, I used to go fishing with my buddy Josh. There was this guy, this was in when I lived in Boston.
Right.
And there was this pond we used to go fishing at, and there's this old dude who was like, in his 50s.
Yeah.
He used to always jog by. He used to hang out with us, be buddy with us,
Right.
Just stop by. Hey, you catching anything? And he was like, apparently did this for like a while. Like, we were there all the time.
Right.
See, this was like months and months of him hanging around. And
right.
We went to his house a couple of times. It was, we thought it was just a normal, nice guy. He used to be a school teacher. He was laid off.
Yeah, that's foreplay.
And then he showed up a couple of times drunk.
Right.
And he would just want to put his arm around you and get like weird with you.
Right.
And then one day, I'm fishing, and this is the one time I came by myself.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just want to tell you, I love you. You're a great guy. I love you.
Right. You're 12 years
drunk.
old. Yeah,
I was 12.
And he's drunk.
I'm like, yeah, man. I think I really like you too. I don't think I said. I probably couldn't have said love you. And he says, but without sex, there can be no real love. And I went, what? And I just panicked. I had a knife on me, luckily.
Right.
And
you took out your knife?
I would stab him. I had it in my hand, but I didn't open it up. And I told him to get away from me.
Get away from me, I'll kill you.
It's like, you just... Yeah. I was 12. I mean, he could have killed
Was he a good kisser, at least?
I never got that close.
Yeah,
man.
right. So you took out your knife and the guy ran away?
No, he just said, I didn't think you were going to take it this way. And,
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, you shouldn't.
You seem kind of gay. I thought I'd...
See two boys fishing, you kind of think.
Yeah.
But you are a black belt in karate, right?
Yeah, in Taekwondo.
Yeah, he went right out and got some karate.
Yeah, right. Did that inspire you?
Well, when you're a black belt at 12, I still think a grown man could beat the crap out of you.
Yeah, that is true. I see. So anyway, and you didn't have an easy upbringing, right? I mean, your parents were divorced young, and your old man split on you. You never even met your old man.
You don't know
I
your
haven't
dad?
seen. Well, I haven't seen him since I was 7, but my stepfather raised me.
Is he a good dude?
Yeah, my stepfather's a great guy.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't try to kiss you or
No,
anything?
never. No. He used to
Did your ass
massage
was
me every
muscular?
night, but that's normal.
Dad now?
I have no idea. He's
Wow.
in Jersey somewhere.
Contacted you?
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him since I was 7 years old.
Wow.
Do you still have his name?
Yeah, I'm Joe Rogan. Yeah, he's Joe Rogan too. Or
Really?
whatever.
And you never got in touch with him or anything?
Who cares? He's just some guy who knocked up my mom, as far as I'm concerned.
Is he a white guy?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think his dad's tried to contact him several times, and Joe's just not into it at all.
Well, yeah, he's tried to do it through his mother.
I see.
Right.
My grandmother,
So he
and
is
once through his
trying
sister.
to.
But whatever.
You know the
when I got
grandmother.
on TV.
Right, of course.
He saw my name somewhere, but whatever.
Oh, you got
a little
He
late.
knew his genes were good.
Yeah.
So your
I think I'm
grandmother...
fighting his genes every day.
You know his grandmother. I mean, you know the mother, right?
I haven't even spoken to her.
Really?
The whole side of the family. I haven't talked
You
to
cut
any
them
of
all out, huh?
Well, it's like, why do you need them? Most family things like that are just like, what's the point? The only reason why you're going to contact them is because you're supposedly related. But
Did you ever ask your mom why he, where he is? I mean,
well, my mother got divorced from him. He was a bad guy. He used to hit my mother.
Oh.
And my mother got divorced from him when I was 5.
Now,
and
you
then
know
she
this for a
remarried.
fact.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I saw him hit her. Well, there was one of the turning points in my life because I saw him smack my mother for no reason, and my mother was like, "That's it, we're moving out."
Wow.
And so I learned a bunch of things at 5 years old.
Yeah, don't smack
One,
your mother.
My dad's not a good guy. And 2, when something happens to you, then someone's not supposed to do something. You just,
Right.
you get out of there.
Right.
My mother was really strong. So.
Right. So, all right. So now, when you got on, you were on news radio for a while.
Yeah.
That was a tremendous show, right? You worked with
fun, yeah.
the late Phil Hartman, and you even knew the woman that killed him, his wife.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows. The woman that killed him.
Oh. Yeah, his wife. Yeah, Phil Hartman's wife killed him.
Well, you know, you make it sound like she was a total stranger until you say his wife.
And everybody used to go around saying that Phil Hartman's wife was a good person.
No, she was an evil crack whore.
She was evil.
She was an evil.
Well, people would say she was so nice, no one expected this.
No. She was never nice. She was never. I never liked her when they were married, when they were together.
He was trying to get away from her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why. I think that's why she.
The rumor was that Phil. Were you friends with Phil?
Yeah. I didn't talk to him that summer, though. I don't know what happened, you know.
Well, the rumor was he wanted to leave his wife, but he was afraid of losing half his money.
Well, no, his big thing was it was 3/4 because, you know, it was 2/3 rather, because he said the lawyers take 1/3.
Right.
You know, he was obsessed with that, but
yeah, I mean, listen,
he loved his kids too. That was the big reason why he wanted to stay.
Right.
He had really great kids.
Right.
You know?
So did it surprise you when his wife killed him?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It did surprise you.
You didn't think she'd go that far.
How'd you find out?
I found out. I went on a date with a girl from Hard Copy.
Really?
Right, yeah, and it was a bad date. I never went out with her again. And she calls me like 3 weeks later at like 8:30 in the morning, wakes me up.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm like, what are you waking me up for? What are you doing? And she's like, you didn't hear? And I'm like, hear what? And she's like, well, I don't want to be the one to tell you. I'm like, tell me what? And she goes, Phil's dead. And then immediately right after, she goes, what's going to happen to the show?
Hey, your career's over.
No. Yeah, no, it gets worse. No, I'm in shock. I'm in a coma. I'm turning on the TV. Right. You know, I can't believe this. And then she goes, Joe, we need to get a soundbite from you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And so I'm totally in shock. So I hang up the phone. I'm like, no, I gotta go. So then the phone starts ringing. Everybody's calling. Everybody heard the news. All my friends, whatever. 20 minutes later, she calls again. Joe, how are you? Okay? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And she goes, listen, we need to get your address. I go, why? She goes, we're sending a camera crew over. We have an interview you.
They're pretty ruthless.
Oh, she's told.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then I just started swearing at her.
Yeah, it freaks you out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you certainly don't want to talk to a reporter at that point, do you?
Yeah, but it's just, you know, she tried to sneak in. It was gross. That's a nice little lesson, though.
Okay, now, and you said that when you, of course, you knew Andy Dick, who used to do our show. He doesn't do our show anymore. He's mad at us.
Why is he mad at you?
He's mad at us.
Is he divorcing us?
I think so. He said, the last time he was here, he said, Howard, I'm mad at you. I'm not doing the show anymore. Andy Dick from News Radio.
Yeah, he left very upset, and then he went on some other radio shows and started talking about what a dick you are.
Oh,
that's great.
Yeah, so hell with him. I'm not having him on.
What happened?
I don't know. What did I do?
What happened?
You know, he had
the callers were calling in that day, and they were hammering him real bad, and he felt that you were responsible for what the callers were saying.
I know.
I think it was about his, rehab, falling off the wagon or staying all the way.
Well, one call would be about rehab. One call would call him a homo. One call would be about rehab.
Yeah.
And then he got mad at me, and I'm like, well, dude, what do you want from me? This is what the listeners want to say.
He loves it. He loves
being the center of attention.
Exactly. Any form of attention.
I thought it was a shtick, but who knows? But are you friends with him?
No, I mean, I don't call him or anything. If I see him, I say hello, and I give him a hug or something. I don't hate him.
You have a story about him. Didn't you want... You were having sex with your girlfriend in your trailer.
No, I wasn't having sex with her girlfriend. I was getting dressed.
Right.
And Andy was pounding on the door. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing in there? Are you having sex? Right? And I'm like, no. I'm like, dude, I'm getting dressed, man. Like, get out of here, right? He's like, just open up the door. I have to tell you something. Right? So I open up the door, and Andy's standing there, with
naked?
his unit in his hand.
Really?
His pants half down, whacking it.
Wow.
So my girlfriend screams. She's like dry heaving. And that was like the last straw. It was the bad.
So
Andy,
you opened the door and Andy was pleasuring himself.
Yes.
And you,
but it was like semi, and he was like trying to get it hard. It was quite an experience.
Sitcom sets are fun.
It was fun when Andy was high.
Oh man, he is a character. He is some kind of character, isn't he?
Do you think he was after you?
No, he just wanted to watch. That was his big thing. He always wanted to watch me with my girlfriend.
Really?
So like, Dad, you won't even notice me. I'll be in the corner.
Oh my God!
But when he's high, supposedly he's bisexual.
Right.
And when he's straight, he says he's got a very pretty girlfriend.
Gorgeous. We've had her on here.
Yeah. Being the parents when Andy comes to the house to pick up your daughter.
Well, not only that, but everyone knows the stories, and it's just that's your daughter.
Yeah, right. She's in love with him though.
Yeah. Okay.
She's very young.
She's very young.
Well, and
she used to work on the set. She used to work on the set.
In all fairness to Andy, he was very high back in those days. You do drugs?
Yeah,
do you do drugs at all?
No.
You're not a drug. Someone told me you tried ecstasy.
I tried ecstasy. That was the only drug I ever tried.
Everybody is now on ecstasy. Everybody wants to try that. Everyone's trying to get me to try it.
It's overrated.
It is?
Yeah,
what happens to you on ecstasy? Explain it.
You lose all your inhibitions. I did it at a buddy of mine's place, and I just wanted to see what it was like.
Right.
Because he's always.
Was just you and a male friend?
No, me and like 10 people.
Were you lifting at the time?
I was going to say,
I got oiled up.
I'm telling you, too many weird experiences. All right, so go ahead.
It's not sexual though. Like that's what I thought. You wanted to hump everything, but you don't.
Right.
It's just like wow. You just like everything's like nice.
Right.
You could like talk to a guy like 2 inches away. You don't get homophobic. You don't get weirded out.
Right.
Nobody invades your space. It's like there's no inhibitions.
Space. Right.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Really? So what did you and this guy do with each other when you were on ecstasy?
2 inches away.
You didn't invade each other's space?
No invading.
No. But what did you do? Like,
we just hung around and talked.
Do you touch the other guy?
You talk about everything. You talk about like stuff that came up in the past. Like you argued about. Why did we argue about that?
But you touch people when you're on it, right?
Yeah, you hug and stuff.
And you're hugging this guy?
Everybody hugged. There was girls there. Everybody hugged everybody.
And you're hugging a dude?
I hugged me. I hug him now. It's just a hug, bro. That's like clothing on.
Chauncey Hayden, you're on with the great Joe Rogan.
Let me tell you something. Joe Rogan is one of the most honest people in Hollywood. He really
Why do you
is.
say that?
Why do you say that?
I interviewed Joe Rogan several years ago, and this is when his show was like top of all the shows.
Was
he
never
trashed. Remember, Joe, you remember this when you trashed every other show on NBC?
Oh, yeah. I think I called you at like 6:30 in the morning, and I had just woken up, and I had no filter at all. I usually have no filter between my brain and my mouth.
So you're not playing the Hollywood game. You're out there trashing all the
game. I don't know. I just tell the truth.
You do tell the truth.
I have a quote here. This is how he described the Nielsen ratings, and it's one of my favorite quotes of all the interviews I've ever done. Joe, do you mind if I read it?
No, go ahead. Whatever.
This is how he described it. It's the most antiquated, effed-up system. 5,000 freaks living in the Midwest, picking their asses, drinking beer, watching Grace on the Fire. That's ridiculous. Out of 5,000 Nielsen rating families, they have about 10,000 teeth total. They're all freaks and weirdos. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, he's honest. He's also unemployed.
That's right.
But you are pitching
I'm back to stand.
You are pitching a show, a network show called The Vagina Show or something?
Well, the working title of it, I wrote it with a guy named Bill Masters. The working title, more of as a goof, is The Vagina Show with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, now what now? Are you having any luck with this?
Yeah.
You're pitching it around Hollywood?
Well, we don't tell them what it's called in the pitch, but yeah, we have a bunch of people that are interested.
What is the premise of the show?
The premise is a guy like me, I'm a sports reporter, and a guy like me gets put on a woman's show like The View.
Right.
And hijinks ensue.
I see.
It's the guy, Bill Masters is the guy, he wrote for Seinfeld. He's a very funny guy, and we wrote it together. And
you're a good-looking guy. You get hit on by a lot of women at the comedy club, right?
Occasionally.
Yeah, he's got groupies. You know, they always say, like, rock stars...
groupies.
Low level. Rock stars get groupies, but it's hard for a comic.
Minor league celebrity groupie. No, comics get laid. Even ugly comics get laid.
They do.
You see some ugly comics with good-looking chicks.
Really?
It's sad.
Like, does Carrot Top get laid?
I don't know. You have to talk to... Is Carrot Top a comic? That's the real question.
Yeah.
When John was out with Carrot Top, he said Carrot Top had 2 women with him.
Really? Carrot Top has 2
How many
women?
penises? 2 women?
Carrot Top had 2 women.
Did he have to bring these women in his little truck with his props?
That ain't right.
Special
he was
seat?
rolling around in a wagon or something.
That's right. So you were telling a story I heard that some woman at a comedy club was wild about you. You know, like a groupie.
Oh, yeah?
Took you back, and
Like
she said, I want you to rape me.
Oh, yeah, that happened in Connecticut, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
What does she mean by that?
I don't know, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, how do I know if I'm really raping you?
Yeah, or that you're going to take it...
Well, she said a lot of... She was crazy. She was married, too.
She said, I want you to rape me. Maybe that would take away the guilt because she was married.
Well, she said everything. She wanted me to,
do it all. Did you do it?
No, she could have had a couple of drinks in her, and when he was done, she could have reported him to the police.
Yeah, well, you know what? When everything was cool until she got to the word, I want you to rape me. And I was like, hey, you're crazy.
Yeah, right. Then
I thought you were just fun. I thought all that oral sex talk and anal and all that other stuff she wanted me to do. She just started blurting it out, out of nowhere.
So you didn't rape her?
I didn't do anything with her. No.
I thought
she was married.
I thought she gave you oral.
That's right, she did.
You left out.
Forgot about that.
So she raped
major
you.
part of the story.
Yeah.
All right.
But it wasn't completed. It wasn't. It got freaky while it never. A lot of people don't know.
A lot of people don't know your name though yet. You're on the verge of breaking, right?
You know what I am? I'm that guy. People see you down the street and they go, "Hey, didn't we go to school together?" I go, "No."
They don't know why they know.
They go, "Where do I know you from?" I go, "I don't know, dude."
Don't you? Are you famous enough now? You get into the Playboy Mansion and stuff like this?
I would never. I think that's got to be one of the most boring things in the world.
You would never go, right?
No.
You don't want to look like some horny guy.
I think it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole Hefner thing. I think, why is he the cuddly pornographer? You know what I mean? Like, why is he the one guy who gets away with it when it's not even good porn? I'd rather hang out with Larry Flint.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because he's using Crazy Glue.
Yeah, see some good
But
stuff.
Hefner walks around with 4 beautiful women. He sleeps supposedly with 4 women. You know?
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. I don't want to hang around there. You're hanging around there with like NSYNC and stuff. I'm like, whatever. What is this? Andy's always there. He's always at the. Lovitz is always there.
Yeah, they all go there.
They always go there. And you know what? Everybody I've talked to who's ever been there is like, it's whatever. You hang around. I'm like, well, what's the point?
Right. So you don't go to any of that stuff.
No, I try to avoid those things like the plague.
What do you
Never been. You didn't even try it.
Now, I got a couple invitations, but I was just like, no, I'd rather go hang out with my friends.
Do you get to drive up to the mansion, or would you have to take the bus up to the?
Everybody has to take the bus, don't you?
So there's certain people who are allowed to.
A couple people. Well, certainly that wouldn't be me.
Right. And what? Do you have a serious girlfriend now?
I got a girlfriend.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got one of those.
Oh, you do? I don't wonder you're not the Playboy
So
Mansion.
is she what, a starlet?
No. I got a no headshots policy. Very strict.
White woman?
Yeah.
Well, look at you. All right, you're doing pretty good.
Headshots.
No headshots.
No headshots. You can't date chicks with headshots. No and it's a 7-year grace period.
Yeah.
Well, Joe,
headshot within 7 years.
I wanted to meet you because we love that bit. That's from your comedy album?
Yes.
What's the name of that album?
It's called I'm Gonna Be Dead Someday. It's on Warner Brothers right now.
Right, so we can buy that?
You can buy it online at joerogan.net or
Really? You have a .net?
I have Joe Rogan.
How come you don't have .com?
Because there's another Joe Rogan. There's a real estate guy in Alexandria, Virginia. He wanted to sell it to me, but he wanted like $30,000, and I'm like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's not that important.
I'll just be .net.
You'll be .net. Who cares?
It wasn't that tough.
So you're joerogan.net.
That's it.
And if I want to buy that album, I can buy it right on there on the net.
Yes, you can.
All right, that's cool, man. It was great meeting you.
Dude, thank you very much.
Yeah, we love that bit, man.
Great bit.
Love it. Makes us laugh every time. So, Joe Rogan, everybody, you going to be appearing anywhere? I got a plug here?
I'm in Boston next weekend at the Comedy Connection.
Oh, yeah?
Come see me there.
All right, nobody give me any plugs. And by the way, I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about when we get back. We got a ton of stuff to talk about. One of our show regulars, Nicole Bass, the world's largest bodybuilder. The big chick. The Herman Munster-looking chick got arrested last night.
I heard. She beat up a bunch of dudes.
She beat up a cop.
No, that's steroids. That doesn't make you aggressive.
The police officer who has to try to take down Nicole.
And I got to go. Oh, wait. She bit his finger. And also, there's a great article that I have how the National Enquirer is busting Kathy Lee's balls with Cody.
Oh, yeah, they've been to court.
Well, wait till I read you this. You're going to love this. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. You're going to love this one. It's just great. And the great Joe Rogan, everybody. We'll be back right after these words. Man.